Hello world, good morning to everybody. It is November 13th, 2022. The time is 9 a.m. And honestly, guys, we all know that there's crazy things going on across the globe right now with things ranging from the ever-growing tensions in Russia with Ukraine, and in Ukraine with Russia, and with things just growing and tensions growing between Taiwan and China with the potential invasion. At this point, I wouldn't say anything is out of the question here. If you were doubting that Russia and Ukraine were going to go at it once again, I definitely wouldn't doubt that China would go for Taiwan. So just a lot of crazy things going on right now, guys, along with things with like the world energy crisis. There's so much going on with natural gases and oil and things like that. It's just insane to see. We also have global warming. There's just a ton of things to be watching out for right now. As you guys can see here, we have natural gas prices are steadily going up across the board for everyone ever since the COVID-19 pandemic started. And things have just gotten crazy ever since COVID-19. Realistically, I think
The world went to shit after COVID-19.
I mean, it got bad. It was pretty much going to shit before that, but it really went downhill from there. So what can we expect in the crypto market from here on out with all these things going on? What's going on in the crypto market? Well, we're about to go ahead and talk about that here now, and it's not much better. So here's what we're looking at for today on Crypto Bubbles. This is the current price for everything that's going on right now as of 9 a.m. November 13th, 2022. We're definitely going to go ahead and we're going to talk a little bit about the Fed and stuff like that later on as well. So if you're not interested in the crypto stuff, definitely stick around later on in the video for that as well. But anyways, guys, this is what the crypto market is currently looking like today. As you guys can see, crypto.com is down 17%, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that a little bit here in a minute. But let's go ahead and look at the overall week. So when we're looking at the overall week here, we're definitely in a sea of red. Everything's down about 30 to 50%. And if we go any further than that, it's going to be even worse. Everything's down about 80, about like 60 to 70%, 80%, some even 90% plus. So with that being said, let's go ahead and speak about what all has led up to all of this here, other than what I just recently mentioned, which has all played a very huge part in this. Alrighty, so first things first, we all know we've had the whole debacle with FTX losing billions of customer funds, pretty much gambling it away, and pretty much just robbing the entire crypto space at this moment. Sam Bankman-Fried is in a ton of shit. Sorry for my French if there are any little ones watching the video. But anyways, guys, it's just a ton of things going on with this. I can definitely go way deeper into this if you guys want me to. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. There's just so much craziness going on around the whole FTX, Solana ecosystem, FTT, all of that right now. As you guys can see, if you just type in FTX on Google, it'll be a ton of information just thrown at you at one time, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure out exactly what's going on if you don't already know. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check this out with crypto.com, guys. So first thing, when I woke up this morning, Twitter was trying to mind fuck me, man. It was trying to fuck my mind up with the algorithm here. As you guys can see, this is the first post that I seen when I woke up, which is this right here, pretty much stating that there's a current potential bank run building momentum on crypto.com, and this guy saying to get your assets out now to hot or cold storage. As you guys already know, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I say on this channel is financial advice. It's all my opinion. But I definitely agree with this guy. I'm not agreeing on the whole bank run thing. I don't know the situation with crypto.com right now, so I can't really speak on that because I haven't 100% looked into it. But I did remove my funds from crypto.com quite a bit of time ago. I actually only had about like $50 on there, so I had moved it over to this game that I play, Lost Relics, and use the crypto.com pay option to do a few things on there. I'm like, if I'm gonna lose my money, I'm gonna lose my money playing a game. I'm not losing my money to the market anymore. anymore at this point. And leaving your money on exchanges to me is just not a smart play at the moment, guys, in my personal opinion. That's why I use my Ledger. So if you guys want, I'll leave a link to Ledger in the description below. In my opinion, Ledger has been safe, and then there's also Trezor and stuff like that. So if you guys want to look into it, definitely look into the link below. And anyways, guys, as you can see right there, after I saw that, I saw this post right here, which is saying Crypto.com is the only exchange where you can track user funds in real time, and competitors can FUD as much as they want, but the facts always win. So as you guys can see, there's definitely always going to be two opposing sides to every story. So with that being said, just make the right decisions out there, guys. As we all know already, there's been a huge influx of people using decentralized applications instead of centralized applications at this point, because of how many times centralized applications have began to show their ass with the community pretty much. So we've definitely seen a big influx of users on DEXs, which is decentralized exchanges, and everybody's moving away from the CEXs, which is CEX, centralized exchanges. So things like Binance, things like Crypto.com, FTX, and things like that. Everybody are slowly starting to move away from that, and they're starting to go the decentralized route, because there's no middleman. There's nobody that can pretty much gamble away your funds and lock you out of your money at that point when you're messing around with the centralized exchanges. And I honestly believe that the SEC is definitely going to use the recent events with FTX and a few other things in crypto to their advantage when it comes to ongoing things with like places like Ripple and other things with crypto as far as regulation goes. But we'll go into that later on in the video. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. And if you guys aren't already following me on Twitter, definitely go ahead and do so at Raji Dinero. I'll have a link in the description below, because I can post a lot sooner on there, and I post a lot more information a lot more frequently than I can making a whole video and uploading a video on here. You already know the whole spiel. But anyways, guys, this is what we're looking at with Bitcoin. So this is the chart that I love to show, because I made it like months back, pretty much just about at the beginning of the year, and I was pretty much saying that Bitcoin's going to 10K, and we may even see a wick down to 8K, but I'll explain that here in a minute. As you guys can see, we've been following the general downtrend for the most part. We've had our bounces back up, followed by more downside, and we've had our bounces back up followed by more downside again. So I'm expecting us to see some sort of movement up eventually after this downside from the whole FTX situation. But it is very possible that we may see some more downside that may bring us all the way down here to this 14 to 13K support line, basically based off of if the accusations against Crypto.com is true, and if that goes down, then we're definitely going to see another downward swing, which should probably bring us around that 14 to 13K range, and we'll probably trade sideways from then. But there's also a ton of other factors that can also play into bringing us down there. So that's another thing that I want to get into here, guys. So there's so many things that are like weighing over the global markets in general. I'm not even going to talk about crypto right now, like the global markets in general. There's just so many things laying like above it. We have the World War III potentially like building up. We have a global energy crisis with oil. We have global warming. We have just a ton of things right now, and all of this is adding up, guys. We have so much money in debt just across the board with like every country pretty much. There's just money printing and just so much things going on right now, and there's civil unrest across everybody right now at this point, and there's just so much that can happen from that, let alone what can happen in the crypto space as well. We have tons of things that can continue to happen. We have Tether right now. We have tons of FUD with Tether. There's been FUD with Tether for quite a bit, and I'm surprised that Tether has been able to outlast it this long. But I'm honestly still a bit skeptical about Tether myself, but I am going to go ahead and say it hasn't happened yet. So I'm like, oh, who knows? But there's just so much potential out there to bring the markets down even further than what we're expecting. So, like, if a majority of us are expecting it to go to 10K, or a majority of us are expecting it to go down to like 8K, hell, it might go down to 3 or 2. You never know. You know what I mean? So, always got to keep that in mind, guys. But for right now, currently, what I'm looking at is us coming down to about 13K, trading down sideways for a little bit of time there, and then finally going down towards about 10K with a potential wick down to 8K, maybe even lower depending on the situation. And for those of you who want to see the potential downside that I'm talking about here, I'll go ahead and talk about it with you here in a minute. But here is the effect from FTX on a zoomed in scale right here. As you can see, we were making our way up to try to break that 22K. People were getting really, really bullish again, and a lot of money was starting to flow back into the markets. And then Sam Bankman-Fried came out and said nope, and sent us all the way down here. And in my personal opinion, the market is slowly but surely starting to get exhausted as far as buyers go. And there's been a lot of people actually being forced to sell just due to like a multitude of factors. Fear being one of them, and fear being the main one. And there's other factors like the fact that some people are actually starting to struggle financially. So there's that as well. And as you guys can see here, this move down has been very small in perspective of all the other moves down that we've had, or it's been like average. And we haven't. That's why I honestly believe this isn't the complete move down. I believe we're gonna move down a bit lower, and I'm kind of looking at this 12K range as well. But anyways, guys, so with that being said, a lot of the bull market that we just recently had, I feel like it had to do a lot with these bad actors in crypto at the moment. And this is kind of a good thing because now we're starting to weed out the bad actors in the space, and we're pretty much getting rid of the problems in crypto now so that later on things will be better. I mean, yeah, we're going to have to weather the storm and stuff like that, but once we get through this, it will probably, the grass will be greener on the other side, in my own personal opinion, guys. So as much doom and gloom as I'm making it sound, just know that I'm here and I'm sticking around, and I'm sticking around for a reason, you know. And another thing that I do want to put out there, guys, is that it's painful right now, but in the long run, I believe that this is going to pay off, and there's going to be generational opportunities here soon for a lot of people who can weather the storm and pretty much stick it out, and just ride the wave down the same way that they're going to ride the wave up. You know what I mean? And during times like this with bear markets, it's definitely a very, very great time to just get closer with your family. For one, get closer with your family. Money's not everything, you know. Ignore the money. Like, money comes and goes. Family, they're forever, and like once they're gone, they're gone. You know what I mean? So money comes and goes just as fast as family does, and money's not nearly as important as family. So definitely go ahead and remember that. But during times like this, it's definitely important to try to learn just new skills, guys. Like if you want to get into the crypto space, there's multiple avenues to get into the crypto space. Like with me right now, I'm working on coding and programming. I'm also trying to learn new languages, especially with all the global crisis going on right now, and potential World War III. I want to at least be able to understand what the people that are shooting at me are saying. I'm just playing around, but there's that, and also just learning new things, like trying to better understand my family and stuff like that. And we're just learning each other out, you know what I mean? And just learning financial instruments and stuff like that. And just learning, guys, just learn. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk some more about crypto and regulation here, because I think this is going to be a very, very important one as far as the direction of where crypto's heading from here. So here we have the SEC pretty much beat Library in the case, and as you guys can read here at the bottom, the court found that Library violated the charge provisions and reserved the determination of relief for a later date. So pretty much the SEC beat Library. Library Odyssey is pretty much the equivalent of YouTube for crypto at the moment, and the SEC went after them, and it didn't end very well. So as far as that goes, I honestly believe not only does this give the SEC an upper hand on a lot of things in crypto, I also believe the recent blow up with FTX and potentially Crypto.com and things like Luna, Terra Luna, and stuff like that with Duquan. Um, Everything that just keeps happening is giving the SEC more firepower as far as things go with things like the Ripple XRP case. And as you guys can see here, the SEC gets more support in XRP lawsuit against Ripple, and it gives you tons of reasons and a whole bunch of fast facts on what's going on with that. So if you guys want me to go ahead and talk some more about that, definitely go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll go ahead and talk about that. But we've got tons of things going on with KYC, you know, your customer and stuff like that. Crypto taxes, that's going to be a very, very big one, and deciding what's a security, what's not a security, and things like that. And I think the more we move towards a decentralized nature in crypto, the potentially better it could be to an extent, because with the centralized entities, we're seeing what's going on with crypto. So hopefully they see that as well, and they make the right approach towards that. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the DXY, which is the US dollar currency index. And I really want to talk about this one here because I've gotten into it quite a few times with multiple people on where exactly we think the DXY is heading. So I will say this first and foremost. Obviously, I do expect the DXY to go down as it has, and it's sitting on a weak level of support, but it's still a level of support right here around the 106 range. Could it go lower? Yes, it could go lower, especially with everything that's going on. But how many times, guys, has it gone lower, like we've seen here, just to turn around and break a new all-time high? So just because it's going lower doesn't mean that it's dying, that it's going to 100% just die on its sword right then and there. It may have that one last hurrah before anything changes. And yes, I do acknowledge that the U.S. is potentially, well, not even potentially at this point, the U.S. is losing its foot as like a leading world power. And there are other world powers that are trying to arise now. With Russia, China, and things like that. So we're definitely going to have to watch that one unfold as well. But I honestly do believe that even if we do see that pullback in the DXY, I don't think this is the last hurrah for the DXY. I really think we're going to break this 120 range right here, or we're at least going to tap it. But in my personal opinion, I honestly do think we're going to break it, and we might see it go as high as 130 before we see it finally fall back down. But we're really going to have to sit back and watch and see how that one plays out, because as everybody knows, as when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin usually goes down. They're correlated like that. So we're going to have to definitely watch that one. But at this point, it doesn't even matter about the DXY, because we saw stocks rally during Bitcoin dropping and the whole crypto market dropping thanks to FTX. So as long as other entities tend to play roles that pretty much decide the direction of crypto, the DXY may not matter as much at this point, because if it's going to go up, it's going to go up, and crypto is going to continue to go down, especially with all the things that are going on. So cash currently is king at the moment, in my personal opinion. And this is why I believe cash is king here, guys. There's a ton of things that's going on. And for right now, cash is king, honestly. It won't be like that forever. But there's tons of things going on. As you guys can see right here, we have a housing market crash, which could potentially drag into 2023. I honestly believe it might go on even longer than that with the way things are heading. Here in Florida alone, guys, like I'm here in Florida. We're watching hurricane after hurricane tear things up down south, and it's forcing people in their home out of their homes, forcing people out of their apartments, just taking away homes from like hundreds of thousands and forcing them to either move to central to North Florida or just move out of the state in general and populate other states. So as these other places begin to slowly get more densely populated, of course the housing market is going to have to try to adjust, and a lot of people are finding a harder time to get into places, especially with the rents going up. I think the average rent in my area right now has been about, it was 1400 to about like 1600, and I thought that was bad. But now we're at about 1800 has been the normal, with the top out around like 2200 for rent. And people are feeling it, man. I'm just watching people slowly but surely move out of these apartment complexes around here, and slowly but surely bunkering up with family members. So we're having multi-family households, and multiple people are in just one place. You have like 6, 7, 8 people in a 2, 3 bedroom, and everybody's just doing what they can to survive at this moment. So that's definitely not looking good for the housing market in general. And we have less and less home buyers out there right now at the moment, and it's just getting harder and harder to get into a home, as well as I've experienced myself, especially with having crypto on your bank statements and them fussing with you about that because they don't completely understand it. So then we also have that as well. So let me not go ahead and rant about that. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about one of the last things I want to talk about today, which is the credit crunch. So we have a credit crunch going on right now. I mean, I know this is coming, but this was in July, so it's pretty much already here, in my personal opinion, guys. With the the Fed's pretty much boxed in. They don't really have anywhere to go. Yes, they did go a little bit down from. They weren't as hawkish this time on the recent rate hike. I think it was like 50 BPS or 75. I can't remember the exact amount. So they did go down, but honestly, guys, what I'm expecting from them right now is, of course, they're going to go down for right now. But what if instead of doing larger hikes for a shorter period of time, they do shorter? I mean, they do smaller for a longer period of time. So, like, all right, instead of just going all out and just being straight up hawkish, what if we just keep it somewhat dovish for a little bit? We do 50 BPS here, 75 here, 50 here, 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, and we stretch it out for a longer period of time. That wouldn't really be much different than them just being straight up hawkish. In my own personal opinion, in the long run, we're still going to get the same result out of it. So with that being said, there's definitely that. And then we have the banks. Banks are just, oh my gosh, man, I can't even get into the banks right now. It's just so much craziness going on with banks. And honestly, I try not to keep my money in banks. I've got a few other places that I do keep my money, and I also have cash as well that I keep in a safe that is not at my home. So I'm just saying that out there right now. It's not home. So there you go. But anyways, guys, there's definitely a lot of things going on with that, and people are starting to have their max out their credit cards and things like that. I mean, it's getting harder to live, and some people are having a harder time paying rent, so they're taking out loans that they know they can't pay back, but they're taking them out now just to survive and get through for right now, and then they're going to worry about the rest later. We've seen this happen time and time again, and history is just repeating itself. It is repeating itself tenfold each time. So it's definitely a lot of stuff to look out for right now. This is all I've got for today's video. I just wanted to go ahead and do a quick little video, get a little bit of information out there for everybody, because I really haven't been talking much. But I haven't been talking much for a good reason, because I've just been trying to figure things out myself, and just set up a game plan and stuff like that. Definitely not perfect by any means necessary. I didn't see quite a few of these things coming. Well, even if I did see them coming, I didn't see them coming as soon. So there is that as well. But I'm pretty sure that goes for the most of us, a lot of us. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend, and everybody stays safe out there. Make the right decisions, and just weather the storm, guys. It's not going to be like this forever. We'll find a way. We'll find a way to get around this, guys. I mean, there's a lot of politicians and stuff that are people in power that like shouldn't really be in power, for one, and there's just people that are up there that are like way too old to be up there, in my personal opinion. Let the younger people who are going to have to deal with this later after you guys are gone try to figure this one out, instead of you guys sticking your keeping your mindset back in the early ages when things weren't quite as bad, I guess. But I can go on and rant about that all day. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. If you guys like my content, definitely leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. If you're not already subscribed, definitely go ahead and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. You are really appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.